So, I am sure that with all of the feel your feelings about art, you developed this fear around I don't want to throw myself pity parties, I don't want to wallow, I don't want to be one of those people who complains about everything and anything on social media and has this like complete victimhood about themselves because they're completely going off of emotions and they're so unproductive and they tell their boss they're time blind or something and they come up with excuses for everything. We'll talk about all of this today in the art course. Please feel free to leave any questions in the comments. I will answer all of them because I think I'm putting this out, but if you have some questions unanswered throughout this series, please let me know. So, let's get into it. Which is, oh right, before we get started, don't forget to check out the description, my poetry book, my fiction book link, my Spotify. I have a podcast episode out every Monday on YouTube and every Friday on Spotify. They're different episodes. You get 2 episodes every week. I also have a TikTok where all of the homework is, where you can tag me and I can review it, but you could also do it privately. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's get into it. How do we mount those 2 words? First of all, work. You gotta work, bitch. No, but you actually do. You can't just feel your feelings and do nothing. The second I get sad, I'm like, where is the pen? Where is my phone? And it's just an instinct. I think it's really, really good because it's like journaling, but it's not journaling. But it's also just something I've always done, and it's brought me so much peace. You're like, how can I do that for me? Because I am not writing. I am. If you are a comedian, write down your jokes, obviously. If you are a painter, have an app where you can draw things. Or voice message, have a voice message app where you, voice memo app, where you tell yourself, okay, I want to paint this like that, blah, 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 where you tell yourself and then you do it later. But in the moment of creation, do that. In the moment of sadness, do that. In the moment of happiness, do that. There is this train of thought of don't, like, work either way. If you're sad, work. If you're da-da-da, work. In, like, normal workplaces. And the idea then is, like, leave your emotions at the door. If you're mad, please don't go into the gym like, another thing. Of course not. But with art, you can take the emotions with you. The emotions are like a backpack. They're not you. But they're not you, but they're not you. And you can either have the backpack on or take the backpack off. You leave it on for art. You don't become super sad and you're like, okay, well, I need to be zen to then make the art. The best art is with heartbreak, with sadness, with disappointment, with the big, large human emotions. That is when big art is made. It is not made with, I don't know, I just didn't care. And it's also better to do it in the moment because the way you recall an emotion is not how it actually felt. The way you were mad and then said some stupid shit to somebody and then they tell you what you said and you're like, my God, I know I was mad. I know I said some things I shouldn't have said, but I didn't know it was like that. Because emotions are there and then they're not. And to understand them when they're gone is almost impossible. And to understand them when they're gone, you need to kind of have a record of them. So do it in the emotion. I need you. Okay, I guess we're doing the homework midway through the video today, which is I need you to tag me on TikTok if you want to do it publicly. I need you to do this homework. Find a portable and a small version of your art form, like the voice message, like the draw. Do you want a teeny tiny drawing board with a teeny tiny pen that you can always put in your purse? I want you, if you wear a lot of different purses, I want you to buy one for each purse. So whatever purse you take, you can have it on the go. If you're a guy, can you find a way to do it on your phone or in your bag or your backpack? Leave it in all of your backpacks. I want your life to be conducive to the concept of I feel this and I can report on it right away. Because feelings are fleeting and they're rare. And I am gonna say something. I don't think we're in the epidemic of people feeling their feelings too much. We're in that was the homework. If you want to show me how you do that, tag me on TikTok. I don't think we're in the epidemic of feeling our feelings too much. We're in the epidemic of feeling them and then stopping right before the goals. I will put in the picture that I'm thinking of that has where the guy is and he's digging for gold but he's not there, or diamonds or whatever, and he's digging for it and he's not there yet, but he's almost there. And then the second one where the guy's this close, even closer than the first guy, and he gives up. That is feelings. Your feelings have a gold mine. There is a possibility to find the gold mine within your feelings. I don't think we are at the epidemic of feeling it too much. We're at the epidemic of people stopping just before it gets good. Being mad and sad and angry and heartbroken about the same patterns just seconds before you give up, before you have the insight of, well, how am I contributing to this? Feeling super not motivated and sluggish and not feeling comfortable with your body and your life, but not getting a teeny bit more angry or sad, just so you would have to be like, okay, wrap it up, we gotta change it up, let's break everything and build a new foundation. It is the epidemic of numbing ourselves a little bit too much so that we get the emotion, we look weird, not physically, but we look weird with the emotion because we don't really explain it, because we listen to things all the time, and so we're not actually in touch with our emotions. We're just drowning them out until 1 second, once in a while, your emotions get like 2 seconds of silence, and your emotions are like, excuse me, we're not happy with our life. Excuse me, we're bored. Like, and then you'll drown it out again with headphones and noise and food and smoking and drinking and going out and all of these things that are great in moderation, but in non-moderation, it is not good. These are numbers. There are uppers like coffee, and then there's numbers like those. And we don't do that. We don't let it slide just a little long enough to have it there. We're numbing and we're stopping. And then we're not getting anything out of the emotions. We're getting all the downfalls of the emotions, but we're not getting any of the benefits. It's like the stock market. Did you think a poet would quote the stock market? Neither did I. Let's say you put in a stock at €1, and then it goes up. No, then it goes down. And it goes worse and worse and worse and worse. And if you would have left it in for another 20 days, you would have gotten $1 million. This is not how the stock market goes, I know, but these are exaggerated, but in life it makes sense. You would have gotten $1 million because it's gone down to 10 cents. You're like, okay, whatever, I have to take it out. And then you take out the 10 cents. If you would have just let it be there for a little bit longer, you would have had $1 million. That is emotions. Emotions are insight. Emotions are the navigational system of your life, and sadness, anger, whatever else, are clues to, hey, you're not happy, hey, this is not working. Whether it is your mind and the way you're looking at life, whether it is your life actually, how it is and how it's structured, whether it is the people you're surrounding yourself with and the things you're hearing, it doesn't matter. Those are clues, and you are numbing out the clues. You are numbing out the signals. You are painting every single red light blue. Okay, thank you for watching.